to another weekend vlog. This weekend is an interesting one. James is racing for work. It's what he does for his job. So from sort of like lunchtime he's not going to be here, and it's his mum's birthday tomorrow, so this morning we're going to go and pop and see them, and then this weekend I'm kind of going to try and crack on and get lots of shop stuff done, hopefully. I started working on a Tolkien piece earlier this week, after taking suggestions on Instagram for book spines, and I feel so inspired now. Like, I've been wanting to do like a Dickens collection for ages, and honestly I don't like Dickens. Sorry, I'm not a fan of his books, and having to draw them was just really, really like demotivating me. And so I just went, you know what, I'm not even going to try anymore. Maybe I'll come back to it in the future, but right now I'm not trying. I'm going to draw books that interest me. So yeah, I started a Dickens collection, and I'm hoping to do like a final monochrome piece for that, potentially also a watercolour piece, and then I want to do a few other bits and bobs, and then I've got a lot of video editing to do. So I don't know that this weekend will be like the most entertaining vlog, but hopefully you'll actually see some business stuff this weekend, which will be an improvement. But yeah, I'm just gonna have some breakfast now, drink my cup of tea, and then I'm gonna get washed and dressed and ready to go. Myself a chai latte. I make really strong chai tea, and then I freeze it in an ice cube tray, and I've just taken the ones that were in here out and put them into a stasher bag in the freezer. I'm going to make myself a latte from those, but I'm going to mix up another batch because it's so warm at the moment that I'm drinking a lot of chai tea or chai lattes, and I use the Brutico chai, and it's their loose leaf, and I make it really quite strong. I put sort of like I put like 5 spoons of this into my little teapot, and then I let it brew for quite a while, like 5 to 10 minutes I would say. Then I just pour it into the ice cube tray, stick it in the freezer, and then I've got little chai cubes, and to make my latte I just stick some milk with the ice cubes in a glass, with sometimes a little bit of syrup.
You're hiding from the Hoover, aren't you, Jeff? He doesn't like the Hoover.
He's hoovering at the moment.
What's up? Oh, there's some yogurt on my finger.
Yeah, so I use Arches watercolour paper for my original pieces. I prefer to use hot press, especially for the line work ones. I don't mind using cold press for the watercolour ones, but because technically what I do is really mixed media, because I do watercolour ink and colour pencil, sometimes it doesn't, the grain can affect sort of how I want the colour pencil to look, if that makes sense. So I do prefer cold press, and at the moment, I do prefer hot press, sorry, and at the moment the only hot press that I've got is this big, which is not big enough. I've run out, I've used all of my bigger pads of hot press, so I'm debating whether to order some more because it's on quite a good discount on Jackson's at the moment. So I think I'm going to order like the 2 sizes that I would normally use. Like one of them is this size, but this one isn't actually a block, it's loose sheets, which I don't like. I'll use them, but I'm not a fan of it just because I am lazy and I don't like to pre-wet and stretch my paper. So I prefer to use a block. And then I'm gonna get the, I don't know if it is the next size up or if it's a couple of sizes up, but I'm working on, at the moment, releasing like a custom listing for spine originals, so where you can request whatever, you know, whatever spines you'd like. And I think the biggest size that I'm going to do for now is I can't decide, so I'm going to, I think, do some editing and then I will come back to thinking about what I'm going to do with this. I've done it, I bought 3. Which makes me feel slightly sick, but yeah, at least I'll be well stocked. Yeah, I'm going to crack on now because I'm just going to keep waffling otherwise. Bye. So I am just going to have a look at Peloton. So I'm doing a program at the moment. So I'm doing this beginner's yoga program. And so I've got day 4 and day 5 to do. So they take 40 minutes. And then tomorrow I've got day 6 and day 7 to do. So yeah. I am now starving. It is gone 7 o'clock now. I am definitely starving. I'm gonna make shrimp. I'm gonna make tempura shrimp actually. Oh, and do you know what? I didn't put my egg or my water in the fridge. So I'm gonna do that now and then I'll start prepping everything. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have tempura shrimp and chips and see if I've got some veg in the freezer. I might not. If I haven't got any, then I'll just make a salad to go with it. But yeah, I've been looking forward to this shrimp all week. just spit all over my palm. Hang on, see the red bit? I've just run it under the tap, under the cold tap. Probably needs to go under it again, to be honest. Nearly 10 p.m. And basically that took a lot longer than planned. I basically just decided that I was going to do the what's it called, the description box as well while I was uploading it, because I just thought, well, at least then it's done and then I don't have to remember to do it tomorrow morning. So the video is, I think it's uploaded and it's now processing, so that normally takes a while. I showered. Let me tell you, showering when you have burnt your hand is great fun. Highly recommend it. Yeah, that was difficult. But I did it. I've washed my hair. Yeah, it wasn't so much showering, it was washing my hair. Like, I couldn't do this because the hot water was hitting my hand, and although it feels fine, it does not feel fine when hot things hit it. Yeah, it's been under the cold tap a few more times, and to be honest, like, most of the redness, I don't know if you'll even be able to see, most of the redness is gone. There's just like a tiny little bit where it's kind of like mottled redness, but I think it's pretty much okay. Like, there's maybe like a tiny weeny little bit of heat left in it, but it'll be fine. So I know it's super late, but I am going to make these cakes because yeah, I want to make the cakes. I'm gonna preheat the oven. I'm gonna do them as cupcakes because I just think, yeah, I'm just gonna do them as cupcakes. They're a really simple recipe. I use, it's from Bake Off, and it's their signature chocolate cake. I got this in a Bake Off box. I think I probably made the cake twice and cupcakes once since getting it. Yeah, it's basically like a wet liquidy cake. Oh, I just realized it's gonna need oil, and I used a lot of my oil. Hold please. So there is just enough oil. I'm gonna have to go and buy some, like, tomorrow. So the batter is done. I'm gonna pour it in now. I think I'm gonna... So cakes are in the oven. I'm actually going to make the ganache now. Obviously I'm not gonna ice it tonight. They're not gonna be cool enough. But I want to make the ganache now so that it's got plenty of time to set overnight, because I whip our ganache. That's what I do with it. I really like whipped ganache. I just find it a little bit lighter. I love ganache, but yeah, I just find like normal thick ganache just a little bit too much sometimes, whereas like whipped ganache, it just feels like, I don't know, it just feels nicer. So I'm gonna make the ganache, put it in the fridge overnight, and then in the morning I will whip it before I ice the cakes. I use Elmley plant cream. You didn't know, we can't have dairy in this house. So yeah, this is the best cream alternative that I've found so far. It's a really weird mixture of like pea protein or something, if I remember rightly. Lentil protein. But yeah, it really works in this sort of thing. It doesn't whip up quite like double cream, but it's the closest I've been able to find, so it's good for stuff like this. They're kind of like monster sized. I think they're done. I wasn't sure at first, but now I think they are done. They are springing back. But yeah, they're kind of monster sized. Right, now these are done. I am gonna go to bed. I am just about to make some breakfast. I've already tidied up what was left over from dinner last night, because obviously the oil and things was still hot, so I had to wait for it to cool down. So I've tidied all that away. I've tidied away everything for the baking. I've already iced the cupcakes, and it's like 8 a.m. So yeah, I am about to make myself coffee, a decaf coffee. I'm gonna have some breakfast, and then I'm going to kickstart my day. Done. So it's all done now. Everything is done. The cloths are in the washer. I brought in the laundry. I had a quick shower to freshen myself up. I'm ready to now go and take cakes to James's parents' house. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep myself hydrated. I'm gonna take the cakes. I'm gonna try not to hang around too long, because obviously we were there yesterday. And yeah, then I can do things that I want this afternoon. Yes. journaling. The last couple of days I haven't done any journaling, which is kind of bad. Yeah, this past week I've kind of fallen out of the habit, I think. And I'm just going to sketch The Return of the King and The Hobbit, and then I'm going to transfer these to a piece of watercolour paper. I'm going to start with the monochrome version. I'm going to start with that because my Archer's watercolour paper that I talked about ordering yesterday has actually already dispatched. They've already dispatched it. Jackson's is like on it. And it says it's coming parcel force 24 hour. So like parcel force has said, we've got your parcel. So obnoxious car noise. Yeah, so I'm thinking it might turn up tomorrow. So I don't really want to have to do the watercolour on a not as good piece of paper, especially because I'm hoping to sell the originals. So I would rather do it on like a really good piece of paper for the watercolour. Yeah, I'm gonna do these sketches and then yeah, I'm gonna do the monochrome one because I can do that on the hot press that I've got that isn't cotton rag. I've got like, it's still nice hot press, but it's not cotton rag. But I don't mind that for the monochrome pieces because they're just ink. And the ink itself is pigment ink, so it has that longevity anyway. And the originals will still last like years to come. But yeah, I don't really want to use that for the watercolour. So it's kind of like my practice paper when I use it for watercolour. Photos of my sketches. I got all set up to do the ink drawing, and then I was like, I didn't know which whether to do it landscape or portrait, so I just posted on Instagram stories, but I think I'm going to end up doing it portrait. I'm just coming to get some more water because I'm just feeling a little bit it's 4:30. I've just had to try and get a bumblebee out of my not a bumblebee actually, I think it was a honeybee. No, maybe it was a bumblebee. I'll have to look it up. Out of my office. It was big, it was quite big, but it wasn't striped. It just had one yellow bit and then a white bit. But yeah, it was just stuck in my office and I was trying to get it out. In the end, I convinced it to crawl onto the end of my ruler so that I could move it a little bit to the window. But yeah, I'm gonna get some water because yeah, I really am. I'm feeling the heat today. So guys, I started mapping out the illustration on the final paper, but I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bit ill. I feel a bit woozy, kind of like a little bit weak. So I'm gonna eat, because it could be that I'm hungry. So I'm gonna cook some food, and I also need to feed Bella, though he isn't here. Like, he was here for breakfast and then he just left. We went off adventuring and I haven't seen him since. So I'll shout him in a second to see if he will come in for his tea. He must have been close by because he literally just appeared when I shouted him. He was like, I'm here. An ice lolly, and I've just eaten 2 fruitellas and a soft mint, and I feel a little bit better. So I think maybe I had just not eaten enough. But my tea is in the oven. I'm just going to sit and try and get lots of fluids in, and then eat, and then I don't know. I think I will maybe try and do my yoga, and then have my bath. I need it to get a bit later and cool down a bit more before I have my bath. Oh my god guys, that was so hard. Basically I did the first half-hour class. What I'm gonna do is do that first half hour, eat my tea, then do the next half hour, then go and have my bath. But yeah, that was hard. I think because it's so hot. Like, oh yeah, that was difficult. If I didn't want to like finish this program, I would not be doing the second class, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm determined I'm gonna finish this program, so I am gonna do the second class. Now for some tea. I did it, I did the second class. That was hard though, that was really, really hard. But I feel so proud that I not only, on a day with this much heat, like did 2 half-hour classes, that I also like finished the challenge, like, because I could have so easily said like, oh, you know what, I don't need to do that class, I'll just do something else. But no, I was determined, I finished it. And to be honest, that is what yoga is all about for me. Because before my diagnosis, I never used to finish things like that. I just couldn't make myself finish it. Whereas now, I can, and that's like that's the big thing for this. For why I'm doing my yoga, why I'm doing the 100 days of yoga, is because I want to prove to myself that I can do this sort of thing. So yeah, I've done it. I'm now running my bath. I'm using the comforter from Lush. I might have put a bit too much in. I've just been doing my like swishing technique to try and get the bubbles to bubble, and it's made quite a lot of bubbles. But I cannot wait to get in this bath. I am going to go and make myself a drink and get a cake and get everything set up so that I can sit and watch some YouTube or something. I might bring my e-reader in, even though I always bring it in, and maybe 1 every 4 baths I will actually read something. The rest of the time I just don't. I just watch YouTube and stuff, or television. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you made it to the end, fantastic. Hopefully I will have more of these to come. I hope that you've been enjoying them anyway, and like getting to see a little bit of the behind the scenes of my life, and what I get up to on a weekend. And if you have enjoyed them, please do like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon.